let's move on to Nintendo, which I was really excited for Nintendo.
So was I.
I thought they were going to knock it out of the park.
Just a lot of Smash Bros.
However, they did not. Yeah, I really don't know what to say. I was so disappointed. I didn't get to watch it live. I had to catch the recap, and when it went live, I was working, but I couldn't really check my phone. I was kind of just looking in Twitter real quick to see what, like, any big announcements, something crazy.
Yeah.
I was thinking Metro Prime 4. Like, we did the whole what we thought was going to happen, and nothing we thought happened. Like, there was no surprises.
Yeah.
No surprise. Even the new Switch or the new Smash Bros. Character that we thought could have been, it was something completely different.
It was really supposedly. I don't know if like Goku's ever going to actually happen because he's not a video game character.
Well, yeah.
First, anyway. So.
It's Nintendo's gotta. It's just easier for them to add something that they own.
Yep.
And it was a surprise. The Metroid enemy.
Really? Yep.
Yeah, and apparently he's been in almost every Smash Bros, but as like a separate entity.
Yeah.
So now he's actually a playable character. So it kind of dumbs it down a little bit.
So, like I said, it's awesome. Smash is coming back. All the characters, great, cool. I was really expecting something after the Smash presentation to be like, oh, here's Metroid Prime, or here's the new Pokemon game, or, something other than Smash, but there wasn't.
I think the entire Twitter...
So, I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles, I'm sure people that like those games are excited about it. Octopath Traveler is getting a decent amount of buzz.
I mean, yeah, that's one thing. That's one game that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
It's I don't know if I'll ever get to playing it this year or when it comes out. But it looks very nice. I like the 2.5D.
Yeah.
Jonah, I think, got to play the demo. He said it was really good. I'm sure he'll probably get it. So he'll let me borrow it. Wink, wink. But that game I'm excited for. It looks great. But do I have time for a game like that? I don't know. Super Smash, I mean, the whole thing was Super Smash. So, yeah. I mean, you've played more Smash games than I have. I played the original N64 game. I never even played Melee.
Smash is Smash,
Melee.
Just like Mario Kart is Mario Kart.
So it's pretty... Yeah, well, I mean, on Switch, I didn't know what it was going to look like. I didn't know if they're going to revamp some stuff. It looks exactly the same as you've been playing.
So, like, that's the thing. Like, I've been having a discussion with some of my online friends about that. I think that the reason they were able to turn this out so much is pretty much because they took the Wii U version and just added more characters and made some changes. Like, I just don't think that from a development standpoint was this game ever actually designed from the ground up.
Yeah, like, it doesn't look like they just revamped
tons of assets and they added, like, calling it Smash Brothers Ultimate kind of just adds to my theory. I mean, it's great. Like I said, they had to bring back all the new characters. They had to switch up some of the Super Smashes.
This is basically the Dragon Ball Tenkaichi 3, where everybody was playable.
Yeah. So it's great. A lot of people are excited for Smash. I'm probably going to get Smash. Maybe. And then, everything else, I don't know. Fortnite we kind of knew about going into it.
Yeah, Fortnite was...
A lot of people leaked that.
It wasn't a surprise.
But they didn't really have any other surprises.
What do you think? You said you thought this...
Demon Ex Machina?
Yeah.
I thought it was Armored Core. I thought it was going to be an Armored Core game exclusive for Nintendo Switch, but I don't know.
I mean, it looks okay.
Looks cool. The Killer Queen Black game down there, that is evidently pretty exciting for people. Evidently it's like a Dave & Buster's type game that like people huddle around. It's like 5v5. It's only going to be 4v4.
Oh, I got you.
For the Switch, but they're bringing that in. Fallout Shelter, and they're going to get Fallout Shelter. That was announced, I think, on Bethesda stage. And then Donkey Kong, they're getting DLC for Mario and Rabbids.
What do you think of the Mario Party?
Yeah, it's Mario Party.
Is that something that you're always into? I mean, we played it before and we had a good time.
Yeah, it's a good time. I just don't know if I'm going to spend money on a Mario Party. Just where I am in life. Like, I think that if there was still one of those things that, like, we were hanging out every weekend or a few weekends and, we wanted to play something new or screw around with some stuff, I'd say, yeah, sure, let's play Mario Party. Yeah. But, I mean...
That's the thing. I mean...
You're just more likely to be like, hey, let's jump on Fortnite. Like and screw around in Fortnite. Or
now, this is coming from some 30-year-olds. Now, if you're younger you have that opportunity, I'm sure it's going to be great. I mean, I'm excited. I would probably want to play it.
Yeah.
But then again, do you spend the money to, because it'll probably sit on the shelf.
Yeah.
Until like
wants
more
to
than
play.
2 people come
Yeah.
over. Something like that.
And then it's like at that point when you just pull out a board game.
Yeah.
Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So that's exactly right.
Like-
Why would I? Right there.
Like they're showing
Cards
adults
Against Humanity.
playing it on a tabletop at a restaurant.
Pull out.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
like,
No one's-
like I just call bullshit.
Do you know how infuriating
Like, not
people would
gonna
be
happen.
like watch people play games
It's
in a
just-
restaurant? Not gonna happen.
Whatever.
So yeah, okay. Were there any surprises? Anything that got you excited?
No,
with
because like I
Nintendo?
said, like Xenoblade Chronicles was announced. The Fire Emblem game I think we knew about. But like nothing like Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I was like, okay, yeah, I could see that happening. You know,
another
like,
thing they which not listen. I'm not. My light just fell.
I'll fix it.
But the Pokemon game, right? There was nothing really announced with it. It was just 2 versions of this Pokemon game that you either can start out as Pikachu or the other Pikachu looking thing. Eevee.
Yeah, let's go Pikachu. Let's go Eevee. Evidently, it's more than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be like a Pokemon Go on the Switch.
Right.
Evidently, it is like you go through like the first red and blue areas, Kanto or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no battling to acquire Pokemon. You just use the Pokemon Go method of catching Pokemon, and then I guess you do have battles and stuff like that in the game.
Here it is, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. You have a little Pokeball you can buy.
Yeah.
And you can play the game that way and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a great gimmick.
Yes.
It's cool if you're into this.
A lot of people want the regular Pokemon games, though.
Yeah. Now, listen, like I said, we're some 30-year-old somethings that started out with Nintendo NES system. So, is this for us? Probably not. It's for a new generation. Go have it. Enjoy it if you like.
Holy crap, am I 30 or 31?
You're 31 going...
I'm 32, right? You're 32?
Wait. You're 30. You're not 30. You're working on 31.
All right, you're 31.
I'm 31.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Who cares? When we wrinkle up and shrivel up, it doesn't matter.
Dragon Ball Fighters got announced, which was also...
Actually, I saw a video that it looks just like the consoles, the bigger consoles. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. Now you can have it on the go. That's pretty neat. That's a great game. Starlink, what do you think of this game?
I think, cool, I guess. It's the whole, you gotta build a model and put it on your controller.
I mean, it's another...
I think the Star Fox edition was a big announcement at Ubisoft, so...
Yeah, that's cool.
I think it got some hype going for that game that probably didn't really have hype, so...
Yeah. But anyway, looking at this whole thing, listen, Smash is a big thing. They really push Smash because I feel like that's their big game for the year. That's their big Nintendo game. It's coming out December 7th. Just perfect time for Christmas. What do you think? Now, we talked about this on other podcasts and off camera and stuff like that because last year Switch had a huge year.
Yeah.
Huge year. And now it's coming down to what's next, though. What's coming out? Like, now, with this E3, I mean, what do you think?
I think it will still do really well. I guess the Pokemon games will, as long as people understand what those Pokemon games are, I think they'll still sell consoles for those Pokemon games. Smash will always sell consoles. But I'm kind of worried about next year. Like, what do they have next year?
Well, that's the thing. Like, nothing's lined up.
If they get the Pokemon RPG out, like the full Pokemon RPG, that might be enough. That can keep them going. But like the thing that pisses me off, again, you show Metroid Prime 4. Nothing is talked about here about Metroid Prime 4 this E3 at all. Nothing.
Yeah.
Zilch. Nothing's been talked about.
Their
Why
reasoning-
show a freaking title screen and then not talk about it the next year?
Yeah, their reasoning was it wasn't ready yet. They didn't have anything ready to show.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, I mean, last year... And it's funny because there was an interview about that where they're like, oh, you didn't have anything to show? It's like, oh, what, like a title
What have you
screen?
been doing this entire year?
A title card?
Yeah.
It's like, you didn't have anything to show last year. It's like, oh, well, we just want to make sure people know. It's like, listen, what else you got? Smash Bros. Has every single character you could think of right now. Where are their games? What are you bringing us?
Yeah.
What's the exclusives here? I mean, I don't know. Very underwhelmed with the Nintendo. I was excited to see what Nintendo was going to bring. I mean, there was a fake list of leaked things. Like there was supposed to be like a Switch XL or stuff like, you know, like it was really crazy.
Yeah.
List of wants, like hopes and dreams that you would think would come out.
I don't think you'll see a Switch XL or like Switch without a dock, like without the Joy-Cons or something like that. I don't think you see that until the console sales start slowing down.
I don't think they need to though. I mean, like they're still selling. They still have their different variants of consoles designs. They just came out with the Wolfenstein 2 console.
Yep.
Right? That was a dock in the
I
Switch.
retweeted that.
You did. I saw that.
Go for broke.
Hey, you might get two. Trading the other one back. So anyway, what would you grade this?
C+.
C+.
Yep.
That's all right. So Sony, horrible presentation, had the games. Nintendo has a direct. We knew it was coming. No surprises with how their presentation was going to be. Games, they talked about Super Smash Bros. In theory, on paper, that got everyone excited, but when we see it, we're like, oh, well, it's just basically Smash Brothers, but looks nice and has everybody. Underwhelmed, really. I mean, it's going to be fun as hell to play, don't get me wrong, but really kind of underwhelmed. I don't want to go and bash Nintendo and be like, oh, they sucked, they did, whatever. I'll say C, because they do have a lot of unique things coming out too.
Yeah.
You know, things that everyone can enjoy. So you can't really bash it and be like, nothing's good. So I'll say a C, just because I was underwhelmed. Their presentation, obviously better in general than PlayStation, obviously, but because they got to the point. But the problem is, we knew they were going to do that. Mm-hmm. So you can't really... It's not really a presentation because it's just a special Nintendo Direct.
The games that PlayStation had spoke to me more as a gamer than what Nintendo did.
You know, though, also, think about it this way. The thought just came into my head. You know, here we are sitting bashing their E3 presentation, but really it's just another Direct. They'll have another Direct at the end of the year.
I mean, at the end of the day, too, I think more people needed to go the Direct route. To have, like, some of those awkward moments negated.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you have, like, Square Enix's presentation, which was just, like, terrible.
It's all just... It's really... Why can't you just, like you said, do the direct route, or what PlayStation did last year, just have, like, a bunch of trailers of all the games, just bang them out.
Wanted that, though.
Bang them out.
About it. Problem is everybody complains.
Yeah, well, now you see what you get when you complain.
Yep.
When you want something different. I think they purposely made it that way, so it's like, listen, we just want to do it this way. It's
now easier. We did this.
Now we did this. How do you like that?
How do you like me now?
Pretty much. So, but anyway, because they have different directs throughout the year, there's plenty of time to announce other things throughout the year as they get closer. Like, they might have not done Metro Prime now, but their next direct, which what is it, September they do one?
Yeah.
Right?
It's like once a quarter.
Yeah. So they might have something then.
Have something to announce.
So, unlike the other guys where they kind of they have the PlayStation event in what, January?
Yeah.
I think something like that.
Well, no, it's December.
December. That's right.
Yeah.
That's at the end of the year.
Yeah, it's the end of the year.
But usually that's kind of like a E3 recap with...
Kinda, yeah, and they might show us some stuff. It's a little bit more time with the developers and whatnot. And
so, I don't want to give Nintendo too much crap, so I'll give them a C+, just because PlayStation... What did I give PlayStation, a C? I was going to give them a D, yeah. No, the PlayStation, even though they had exclusives, because it's E3, and Sony doesn't get what the Directs have, like, throughout the year, they should have done better. Anyway, so Nintendo, I'll give a C+.
Okay.
Just because the games were underwhelming, I felt disappointed, very disappointed leaving that. At least with the other ones, even though my head was tilted at PlayStation, I still felt satisfied with the games I saw.
The games were,
Xbox, at first, I was a little head tilted, but you realize where they're going. Like the game services, what they're really working on. Like they're really trying to bang out for the gamers.
They're getting ready.
Yeah.
Making power play.
Yeah, exactly. So, and they had Gears and Battletoads. So, yeah. Anyway, that is what I thought of Nintendo. What did you think? Let us know in the comments below.